Hello everyone. Very good morning to you, College Dunia, and the readers and viewers. Wish you happy morning.
You have held key positions at educational institutions throughout your professional career. What are the key factors that keep you connected with the educational sector?
First of all, if you ask any teacher, he will proudly say that teaching is out of my passion and choice. Same is applicable to me also. When I saw my father, who was a government higher secondary school teacher and then a headmaster, I was just watching him. I learned the teaching skills from him basically. All this side, maternal side as well as the father side, all are teachers. Majority of them are teachers. So right from the childhood, I created some interest towards the teaching. And as far as the teacher is concerned, it is saying that Mata, Pita, Guru, and Bhagwan. So it is in the third position or the first position after the parent. This people will say. But what I learned from literature is mother is something which the child knows by nature. There is no need to recognize a mother to a child. It will automatically recognize by itself. And mother has to help the child to identify who is the father. Then father and mother, they jointly together, they come, they bring the child to the proper guru once he reaches the stage of learning. Then guru is the one who is teaching the God. God is nothing but the Gyan. So I have a firm belief in that. I'm proud to be a teacher at all times.
Sir, being the Dean of Marwadi University, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
Yeah. So everyone is a leader by himself because we have to administer ourselves, we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to do self motivation, self control. All these things are essentials of a leader. So once you identify a leader, you have to create a philosophy of your own. And the philosophy exists for individual as well as the philosophy exists for the organization or academic institutions. There are many types of leadership exists. If you take up the management, for example, there are many types of leadership. One leadership is called autocratic leadership. Second is called bureaucratic leadership. Third is called people leadership or kind of leadership and charismatic leadership kind of thing. So I believe in a particular leadership called lead by demo. So team members, we can inspire as a leader by doing it. You should be the first person to pick it up and doing it for them. If you do that, then automatically they will do. For example, if you want them to get upgrade to a newer technology, as a leader, I have to do it first. Once you do first, we are inspiring our entire group altogether. So every FM, every faculty member himself is a leader. So he has to influence a set of students whom he is going to be a role model. So the leadership is something which is going to start from the top and it is going to traverse across every level and ultimately it is going to end up with the student level. This is my philosophy.
Thank you, sir. How does the curriculum of your university ensures the best practices of the industry?
Yeah. There are many institutions now and they are categorized into central universities, state universities, private universities, deemed to be universities and engineering colleges. So we are facing, everyone is facing, like every industry, this industry is also facing a tough competition. The true belief is it's an ideal institute or ideal university, matlab. So the first and foremost thing is it has to cater to the every requirement. And the curriculum should be mapped with the skill requirement of the particular region. If you feel like there is a ceramic industry nearby, if you feel like the Rajkot and surroundings is good in lathe machines, or if you feel like this particular region is going to flourish in terms of IT infrastructure in the nearby future, the institution has to sensitize it and it has to offer the necessary skills required for the public. So, in general, the curriculum has to be mapped with the skill requirement of the people. This is what the very good thing. And in Marwadi, we believe that this is going to be part of their regular studies right from the day one. And what we are helping them, they already acquire some skills, and we are helping them how these skills can be transformed to the industry requirement. This is what we are deliberately doing. And accordingly, everything has been set up in the Marwadi also. For example, every lab is a special lab. We do not have just lab compressing of mere systems and softwares. We have got a tie up with the corresponding industry. We got a lab by IBM. We got a lab by Accenture. We got a lab by say Automation Anywhere, lab with Google collaboration. So we are enabling a proper infrastructure with their support. They used to come and train our students at all level. Oracle Lab is also another lab we have got it. So this is what we want to say. How closely you are networking with the industry, how closely you are going to cater to the requirement of the industry, that matters very much.
My next question is, what do you think your roles and responsibilities to the university and the students are?
Yeah. An ideal university has got three major roles. Role number one is it has to cater to the education first. Education is the fundamental uh, duty performed by an university. Secondly, it has to train. There is a small difference between education and training. In education, the predominant thing is making the people to acquire a degree or a diploma. Training is something related to the skill. So it is, for example, say that cycling is a skill, driving is a skill. So these kind of skills also an university has to impart to the society. And third level is the research. So what do we contribute to the society in terms of the research outcome? This is the third. These three things are very much essential for any university. And the Marwadi, it's led by the chief Ketanbhai Marwadi, Jitubai Chandrana, and Jitbhai Marwadi, and also the visionary, our provost. If you call any one of us, the common statement we got it, yes, we are number one in catering to the three requirements of the society: education, training, as well as the research. So, the another advantage of being a private university is we can upgrade at a faster rate when compared with any other university. Our upgradation rate is much faster.
Thank you for your sharing. My next question is, what do you think should be the university's top priorities over the next 10 years?
Good question. So once we become a university, we have expanded horizontally as well as vertically to include many courses. There are courses that address specific needs, traditional courses like the BCA, MCA, MBA, engineering, engineering at UG level, PG level, all such courses were already available, which are very popular in the industry. Once became university, we started a lot, like we have introduced faculty of law, we have introduced faculty of physiotherapy, we have introduced a faculty of pharmacy, faculty of sciences, faculty of architecture, and so on. And this journey is not going to end. We are going to expand much more aggressive in vertical as well as horizontal directions. The main priority is to cater to all the sectors. This is our prime responsibility. We will expand horizontally and vertically throughout our existence.
Rightly said, sir. What do you see as Marwadi University's greatest strengths?
See, most of our courses are skill-based courses. Most of our courses are professional courses. So, if a professional courses has to be successful, as I told you, we have to supernet. We have to be very much closely working with the industry. That we are doing it very very cautiously. We are doing it. Students are highly happy with the mode of delivery, the project-based learning, the practical approach, and also the new age era called the hybrid learning. So it's a combination of online versus online. The university is fully equipped with a lot of tools to cater to the requirements in this direction. And nice that our parental institution has got NAC A plus by the authority. So this is a quality hallmark. We have got it only. Few institutions of this kind have got this kind of credential if you talk to India. So the main strength, what we believe, is the intellectual nature. We are able to connect with any intellectual at any part of the world. We feel like an abled person, a person with the required strength is available in Malaysia, Thailand, or US, or UK, anywhere, and our institution doesn't mind in investing and bringing such people here. So that is the direction we are moving. So we believe that that's our core strength. And according to our chairman, Sri Ketanbhai Marwadi, and he said that this is not a statement he made yesterday or today. It's a statement he made around 8 years back. He said that why we should sacrifice quality in terms of quantity and vice versa? Can we not scale up both quantity and quality simultaneously together? This is the vision of Ketanbhai, and we are doing that very very cautiously. And every one part of, right from the chairman to the end user, you take the sweeper or a cleaning staff. This is the mantra which is already injected in us, and we are working towards that.
Thank you, sir. Last but not the least, any suggestions you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Yeah. Basically, one thing, be focused and be simple and give your level best. These are the essentials of today's thing. And majorly the youth, they're getting diverted because of the varied focus. The focus may vary, only the particular time of period changes. Every age should be having a focus, and your duty is to focus only on what you should do at that point of time. And you need to choose an university based on the guidance of your parents. This is very much important. Don't decide the university of your own. Decide upon the university based on the guidance of the parent. But after choosing the university, choose a particular course based upon your own decision. See to that no one influences you, including your parent. If a topic or if a title or if a course or a theme is you feel like you can do really very well, you feel like there is a passion or a fire inside you, please go for it. It becomes your duty to convince your parents and everyone in that. And once you become part of the student, you think the day one you join the professional institute, you are professional. Don't wait till you complete the degree. The day one you join in the institute itself, you are a professional. Imagine yourself, the way in which you dressed, the way in which you are going to talk, the way in which you are going to execute your academic assignments, all should be professional like. Do not think any of the others as your competitor. You are competitor for yourself. Do not degrade yourself by comparing yourself with X, Y, or Z. So what I do now, I should be in a position to do it better next day, still better on the third day. This should be the thing what I wanted to share with you. I think I believed it. I come to this level uh, after I started adopting these kind of things. So I thought of leaving these remarks to you.
We have come to the end of the interaction. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable time and also for sharing your high level thoughts.
Thank you very much.